Welcome back, everyone. I'm Jason and you're watching Jason Jensen Trains. In today's episode, we're going to be working on this area right here. Real quick, I'd like to say thank you to everyone who watches the channel and everyone who has subscribed to the channel. And a special thank you to all of my Patreons. You know, it just truly means a lot to me. All right, well, we have a lot to do, like always, so let's get to it. So for the past week, I have been moving our new structure deckers all over the layout, trying to figure out the best location for it. And this is where I've decided to put it. Now we have a little change of plans because originally I was going to put this on a wood pier. Now it's going to go on a concrete pier. And we're going to have a road going down to it, and then it'll turn and the road will go behind these structures right here. And that's all going to be made out of styrofoam. So let's get started on it. First, we need to move all of this out of the way. So I just set the structures there to make sure that everything fits. I have a little bit of trimming to do right here. We'll get some sandpaper and sand this, and then I'll fill this in with plaster or joint compound. Just put a real thin layer over it. We've got retaining walls to build. We've got one there, one here. We've got rocks to put in over here. We've got rocks to put in over on this side here. So a lot more to do yet, but everything fits. And like you saw, everything's glued in place now with liquid nails. So very nice. I'm happy with it. Okay, so everything has dried overnight. Now let's move this and do a little bit more work on the styrofoam. Okay, first I think I'm going to take some sandpaper and work on this road a little bit. Now I'll grab my shop vac and vacuum all this up. Now we're going to use some of this. It's a lightweight spackle. And I have a spatula and water. All right, now we have to let this dry for at least 24 hours. Then we'll do a light sanding on the face of the concrete here. Then I need to come up with a plan for the retaining walls that get put on it. I don't know if it's going to be brick, stone, possibly concrete. But I will come up with something unique for it. You know, this project has actually taken a while. First, I took this building deckers that we built in the last episode and moved it around all over the layout, trying to figure out the best place to put it. So I decided on this location. Then I needed to plan how this would all be laid out. And then I spent a couple days carving the foam, working on it, just a little bit here, a little bit there. Then it all needed to be glued in place with liquid nails. And then I had to let that dry overnight. And then, you know, we put on our plaster, and now we have to let that dry. I had quite a bit of cleanup cutting the white styrofoam, because as you know, cutting white styrofoam makes a huge mess. So I cut it on the floor behind me right here in the center. And so that took a little bit of time to get that all cleaned up. But my point is to work on your layout or diorama a little bit each day, rather than trying to wait until you have an entire day or an entire weekend to work on it. I know from past experience that you know, I used to wait until I had an entire day or an entire weekend, and it just doesn't happen very often. So I think the best way to work on stuff is just a little bit here and there. All right, well, that's all we're going to do for today, because like I said, we got to let this dry, and I'll come up with a plan for the retaining walls. But I'll be back next week, and we'll continue work on this. Thank you all so much for watching, and a huge thank you to all my Patreons. I truly appreciate it. All right, well, until next time, stay motivated and happy modeling, everyone.